Hey y'all. Hold on. Okay. All right, let's make sure that's not bouncing everywhere because it's on a little bouncy thing. Okay. How we getting Instagram? I'm sorry, Facebook Live. We finna go live. We finna go live. All right. Giving both of them the chance to do whatever it is that they gonna do to make it happen here. All right, so we're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. All right, we're gonna be here for a while. Not a while, but we're gonna be here doing some good things here. Let me just make sure it's public. Any barriers that they try to, put up, we want to make sure that those have been closed down. So if you are watching the replay, you can go ahead and skip ahead a little bit unless you just want to see my pretty face. Because that's all right. Okay. Let's get into it. Instagram, you're taking a little bit longer than I would like. But it's okay. It's okay. Because we getting it in. All right. So I know it's been a while since y'all seen me. I know y'all miss me. I miss me too. I would miss me too if I haven't seen me in a while. So earlier I was doing I was looking for my other phone so I pull it up. Earlier I was doing a story post and I was showing you how at this point in time, hold on, let's turn off the speaker. Okay, at this point in time, where you want to place your focus, right? You don't want to focus more so on the score itself, the 3 digits itself. Now, I've been saying this for months. Like, when I say I've been saying this for months, I've been saying this for months. Okay, focus on the balance of your file. Focus on how to actually create a solid file. Focus on that versus focusing on, I got a 724, credit score, this, that, and the third. Focus on the balance because, listen, back in the day, when they first put out credit scores, it was literally based on the score alone. It was a way to, if you want me to be honest about it, keep us out and keep everybody else in, right? How to keep the poor out. And I'm not saying just poor as in like, because poor is any color, it doesn't matter. But keep the poor-minded out. When I make that point of it all. And then make the rich do what the rich do, right? It's always been in the industry, some type of division. We're going to keep who we want in, we're going to keep who we don't want out, right? Yes, that's a good point. It does play on keeping the rich rich. I'm going to take it even deeper than that. Because to a certain extent, it is keeping the rich rich and keeping the poor poor. But I always say that that's more so of a mindset than anything else. Because at the end of the day, you got to believe that you're wealthy before you get there, right? You got to see yourself wealthy before you can actually get there. And a lot of times, because we didn't have that education on credit, it will push certain people out. More so than not, my people get pushed out because of that lack of education. You can tell by how society is set up, the designs of the communities and how all that stuff. We ain't even got to go there because y'all already know, right? So boom. And every single time, and you got to think about this. Like, this is why I made a tweet about this, and I was like, you have to focus on getting ahead, not making up for what you did not have. So, yes, I understand we want the nice car, we want the nice house. Hey, I'm a product of the product. But I didn't have those things until I built up my assets and I figured out a way to get ahead. So then, therefore, they were not considered liabilities, right? They were considered luxuries because everything that I do, you have to understand that it is some type of way for me to get ahead moving forward. Because you got to think about it like this. When you're playing catch up, you're allowing them to say, okay, they're catching on, let me go ahead and get ahead again. But when you're focused on getting ahead and focused on what is present at that moment or what's important and present about that moment, then you get ahead of the game and you're not playing catch up just to say, I finally made it, I finally arrived. It's not about finally making it, and it's not about finally arriving. It's about what can I do to get ahead, to go ahead and break these generational curses and put my family ahead, right? Because look, y'all know I've been teaching my credit scores for almost 4 years. July 17th of this, July 14th of this year, we'll make 4 years that I've been in the game. And the one thing that I've always tried to do is not follow the path of everybody else. Do things that's going to help me get my education to get ahead, right? A lot of y'all are chasing the 3-digit scores. Okay? A lot of y'all are still chasing a 700 and a 750 credit score, right? But you're not focusing on what is present in this moment. In this moment, in this day, and in this time, what they're looking at is because they see now how easy it is for everybody to catch up and get a 700 credit score. I've been ahead of this game before I even, got to that. I was wondering why I couldn't hit certain ranks in certain companies and do things, because that wasn't my calling. My calling was to help you get ahead, meaning figure out where they're going next, not where you are. And you're like, oh, I'm finally getting my 700 credit score and still can't get approved for shit. Let's call a spade a spade. You having this 700 credit score that you got overnight, yet you can't get approved for nothing. Right? So what I'm trying to tell, and it is finally here, and it's being shown up in Tradelines first and foremost. We're gonna go ahead and take a sip and talk shit. Oh, because we coming with the fire today. Okay? We coming with the fire today. Everybody was focused so much on how can I get that overnight score when you were neglecting the very part of your file that is super duper crucial at this moment. That's why my clients, any of my students that are enrolled in the A to Z Credit Masterclass, anybody who works with me one-on-one, whether it's VIP, whether it's in the group coaching setting, whether it's just you getting my products and you just learning about credit yourself, they're going to win. And why? Because we are not chasing a 750 credit score alone. We're chasing, and not even chasing, because we ain't chasing nothing. We're attracting, okay? We are attracting a well-balanced file, which makes that 750 credit score come automatically. Come automatically. It comes with the grain. It's already guaranteed in the book that you're going to have over a 700 credit score as long as you work on the balance of your file. Because I'm telling you right now, all those folks who were chasing those trade lines that happened overnight, because I actually was about to add that to my business. And I said, oh yes, let's go ahead, because it'll be a quick way to help people get established, this, and a third. Because we're not looking for what we can do quickly. We're looking for what we can do long term. Right? Because that's what's mattering now. Because they found out that everybody is using trade lines to get on board with having a good credit score and getting good credit overnight. Now they're intimidated. So now they're going to throw another roadblock. Oh no, let's take away these trade lines, right? Y'all seen it. The thing is, y'all seen it firsthand with the investing, right? As soon as everybody start eating, they want to close the roadblock and say, y'all eating a little bit too much. Y'all eat a little bit too much. Let me go ahead and put this roadblock up so you can't get where you need to go. Okay? And that's why the stock market been doing its thing. But we've seen that with the stock market. Now we're seeing it with the credit industry. So many people are coming up overnight. So guess what? Guess what they're looking at now? Your credit age. Guess what? All the things that I've been preaching on. Y'all about to get me hyped. All the stuff I've been preaching on since last, because I already knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And I started aligning myself with people who knew it was coming as well, putting me on game. We learned, we literally got a group chat. And we were talking about what's going to happen, what's going to go on. And we knew that they was going to stop reporting these trade lines. Now people are investing in these trade lines. And the thing is, it was good while it lasted because you could get in these trade lines, right? You could use it as a stepping stone. Some people just used it as, it's just to report to my file. I got 700. Oh my God. I'm there. I've arrived. And y'all hit the I've arrived versus how can I continue growing and going? Yes, systematic oppression. Right. Now that everybody got the score, they add on them extra hurdles. Baby, when I tell you I knew. I've been saying this since last April when I launched A to Z Credit Masterclass. Because I said, you know what? I seen how they were. It was somebody who had a 775. got denied for things because why? He didn't have enough credit age. He didn't allow the accounts that he had to properly age. He got that score pretty quickly. Versus I have someone right now with a 6, 8, and I posted it. So if you don't believe me, I'm big on my receipts. If you don't believe me, hop out this live, go to my story and go see. He has $50,000 worth of organic or mother freaking organic lines of credit. Mind you, he had a bankruptcy back in 2013 that did not stop nothing. It's letting you know that you can come back from anything, but you have to build organically. You have to build organically. That's how they're wanting to see it now. That's the current hurdle. And you don't believe me? That's fine, you don't have to. But you're gonna see when these trade lines stop posting. Even it's certain primary trade lines that I would encourage my folks to use because I knew it could easily be a stepping stone for them to get approved for other things. It was my Jewelers Club. They're stopping reporting my Jewelers Club. Let me take a sip and talk my shit. Right, Jerome? Right. I heard about it and was totally shocked. They are not playing. They say too many people are eating. Systematic oppression. But this is why I say you cannot focus on I've arrived. I've hit that 750 credit score, so I've arrived. No, you have to focus on boom. What's next? What are y'all putting out next in this systematic oppression, oppressive platform that y'all have so I can learn that? Because what y'all currently have me chasing is no longer valid. Now I need to go on to what's next because I need to be attracting what's next so that I can go ahead and be on the same boat that y'all on and not feeling like, oh, I've arrived. Oh, dang, the ship is sailing again. Let me go ahead and try and get back there, right? So trade lines, they have two different types of trade lines, right? They have trade lines is, say for example, we're family cuz, right? So say for example, if I had a credit card with like 10,000, right? And I wanted to put you on as an authorized user, that would be considered a trade line on your file because you will be getting those positive benefits. So what they seen is too many people were relying on things like that or doing things like that. They've kind of really cracked down on it. So for family, a lot of times it's still valid, right? For authorized users and things like that. But the issue becomes when it becomes third parties with people that you don't even know. You have companies who sell trade lines, which is a really good hustle. It's a really good hustle for people, right? It's another side hustle, right? Right. You benefiting off my credit. And they have it to where it could be a Tom in California, you benefiting off of his credit, right? But they're stopping that. They're cracking down because people were using that as a shortcut to benefit off of somebody else's credit to then build their own. So now they're wanting to see it more organically made. And that's what I've been preaching on in the A to Z Credit Masterclass since last year. When I put it out in April of last year, we coming up on a year of me having this masterclass. So I've been preaching the same thing about getting your file, getting your substance together, and stop chasing the 3 stores. Let me see. I got connected with Will. Jerome said I got connected with Will Roundtree and joined my Jewelers Club about 3 weeks ago. I doubt I made the deadline. Yeah, because my Jewelers Club usually posts on the 1st of the month. Basically, because of I'm eating off your face, basically. So mine, because I joined my Jewelers Club when I first got myself together, right? When I was getting my stuff together, and I use it as a stepping stone, right? And mine is still reporting. But if it decides to go off, that's okay because I started rebuilding in other ways. So what I'm going to be doing is, if you are in the A to Z Credit Masterclass, and this is what I've been telling people, because people are like, oh, I want to work one-on-one with you, I want to work one-on-one with you. Listen, to work one-on-one with me and have that, type of thing, you're going to drop $9.97. That just is what it is. To work one-on-one with me for a 6-month block time frame, right? But if you say, hey, Britt, I don't have that type of grip at the moment, no problem. There is a feature into my A to Z Credit Masterclass where you can get in at $199. You get the group coaching. So tonight, I'll be meeting with my masterclass students and going over what's going on in the industry in a little bit more depth, right? And then we're going to be talking about how we can build moving forward. And at the end of the month, I'm going to be having a special training with all my students in the A to Z Credit Masterclass on how they can build with these new changes that's going on in the industry. Because I'm telling you, it ain't just about the score. It ain't. Y'all see it in my story. I keep telling y'all, and I'm huge on receipts. Legit. The man has a 680 something credit score. His FICO and his Vantage aligns. Right? He's in my program. He has those aligned. He has $50,000 worth of lines of credit that is working in his favor. And he doesn't have that 700, he doesn't have the 800, all that, whatever the case is. The thing that he has to focus on is credit age and allowing those accounts to age organically. Boom. Now, what y'all gonna do if they abolish the credit system? Don't worry about what Brittany gonna do, because Brittany gonna be good. Brittany is already working towards the changes that they got coming up next. We're ahead. We're ahead of the game. I'm not finally arrived. Okay? Don't let this condo fool you. Don't let that Sadie's out there in the garage fool you. Everything that I do has a plan attached to it that is God-driven. Hello? I'm trying to get y'all on board. Because if the credit system abolished, guess who's going to be good? Why? Because we're working on everything to get ahead, not to finally arrive. That's the difference. I need y'all to get on board with that as well. Right? So when you're enrolled in the A to Z Credit Masterclass, right, that gets your foot in the door. I would advise that to anybody. Go ahead, drop that 200. That gets your foot in the door. You can always upgrade, right? And just because you get in and you have the educational content, you still not alone. Because we meet once a month, every month. Once a month, every month. And once we continue to get up to, and this month we're meeting twice. I got you, Pooh. I got you. Because I'm telling y'all, we not playing. I already knew. And I had people putting me up on game. Okay? Because what y'all gonna do when they abolish them, what y'all gonna do when they abolish them 609 letters that y'all keep sending out? Oh, my clients don't send out 609 letters. That ain't what we do. We got other things that we do. And if you're looking for an overnight fix, this ain't it. Because this ain't an overnight industry. And I'm gonna tell you that right now. They proving that right now. So many people's trade lines that they done paid good money for, they are not able to use. They are not able to use. So, I love y'all. We out like chicken scouts. I advise that y'all go ahead and get your foot in the door with the A to Z Credit Masterclass, because that is going to go up as well. Because I want to be able to focus on helping people individually. Right? Right? So go ahead and get your foot in the door. You can always upgrade at a later time. You can always pay the difference later and do payment plans. Right? What's important is that you get this knowledge, because it's changing whether you want it or not. So again, I'm gonna end off on this. It is not about finally arriving. Shout out to somebody who just enrolled. I literally just seen I got the notifications on my computer. Shout out to somebody who just enrolled. I'll see y'all tonight in class at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, 6 p.m. It's not about finally arriving, okay? It's not about finally arriving. It's about how can I stay on the ship to what's next. I love y'all. I'm out like chicken scouts.